Ahoy there, Luminaires. Welcome to a very special episode of DuckTalks. We have a new Lorcana reveal card exclusively for everybody that's watching this right now and later to post all over the socials later tonight. And my name is Pirate Steven, and I'm from DuckTalks. And, of course, we have my good friend Patrick with LorcanaTalks, my partner in crime, who's dressed very suspicious right now.
This is typical Tuesday or Wednesday garb for me.
Nice. Yeah, and me too. Thursdays, Pirate Hat Day, I guess. So, if you don't know about us, we cover all things DuckTales, DuckTales 2017, Darkwing Duck, Chippendale Rescue Rangers, Gargoyles, Tailspin, everything in the Disney Afternoon universe we love, and we love sharing it with everyone. And Ravensburger hit us up when they had a card they wanted revealed that might be a little DuckTales related. I don't know if Patrick's outfit gives anything away, but let's check it out. I'm sure everybody's here for this.
All right, you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit. It is hard to navigate when you have your gloves on, but looks like we got a reveal, but it looks like it's locked up. It's probably because it's a little risky, a little felonious. Dare we open the cage?
Do you have the key?
No, we just use brute force.
Go for it.
Or the delete button. All right, are you ready? 3.
Let's see it.
2, 1. Boom. Beagle Boys.
The Beagle Boys. The boys are back in town. They're back. They're in Lorcana, and they look amazing.
Fantastic. Beagle Boys, small-time crooks.
Yeah, and just doing a little search, people ask for the Beagle Boys. I know that the Beagle Boys have been around for a long time, and they're very popular, and of course known from DuckTales, but they've also been the bad guys in the Three Musketeers and other shorts, etc. And this is a great looking card. It features DuckTales 2017 art of their Beagle Boys, of that Beagle Boys version. They have the big bees on their chest. That's Bouncer Beagle is the big guy, and Big Time Beagle is that little guy right there. And he's kind of the leader when Ma Beagle's not around. But it looks like they're facing some of Archazia's trials and tribulations on her island. And it looks like they're like most Beagle Boys would try to do. They're taking a shortcut and probably doing something they learned from trying to get into the money bin.
Yeah, no, the art on this is fantastic. And speaking of that, let's look at our artist spotlight here. This card comes from Lauren Barger, who was introduced to Lorcana fans in the last set, Azurite C. Had 3 cards, for all from Zootopia. So we are incredibly thankful that we got a talented artist to represent these iconic characters. Lauren did a fantastic job of blending that 2017 style in with the Lorcana look and feel, and this mysterious world of Archazia's island. They feel at home here. Very cool. So let's look from there. Let's talk about the gameplay real quick. Because this card could be anything, and it's the Beagle Boys, and we would be happy. But it also had fantastic art, and the stats on this thing and the abilities are a lot of fun and bring a lot of possibilities here. It's a 4 ink cost, inkable, 3/3 stats, quest for 2, but it's that ability that's gonna strike fear into the hearts of money bins everywhere. When this character quests, chosen character of yours gains rush and resist +1 this turn. So Ruby Sapphire, a very popular pairing in the Lorcana world. This is going to make scary cards scarier, and it's also going to help some cards that maybe didn't always see play feel really dangerous. Some cards that might pair well with, if you put down like an Alice on turn 3, turn 4 you play the Beagle Boys. Alice can protect them with Ward, and then the Beagle Boys can on turn 5, you put down your 5 cost character, and the Beagle Boys are going to quest and give that character rush and resist. So it's going to be able to attack right away. It's going to be able to have resist so it's going to get favorable trades, and it's going to be a terror. It's going to be something your opponents are going to have to answer. It's going to do some things like pairing it with a Captain Hook makes it almost like a cheaper version of the legendary Scar from Floodborne. Pairing it with Queen of Hearts, you have a rush character that also draws you a card. And I'm almost afraid to say it, but when you pair it with something like the fearsome Maui Half Shark, that character now has rush, evasive, resist +1, and is getting you an action from the discard pile. So it makes good cards great, and it makes great cards even scarier, which I love. But we could also just make something fun with it. And we could do something like a Disney Afternoon or a Duck Deck. Steve, walk us through this one.
Yeah, I mean, Ruby Sapphire is hot right now. I don't know if the Lorcana players out there know that. But yeah, if you wanted a cool theme deck, like I like to bring at least one to League when I go, there's a couple of DuckTales 2017 characters in Ruby. We got Della Duck, Webby, Vanderquack, the Sumerian Talisman, and then a bunch of Donald Duck and Daisy cards. Plenty of Donald Duck and Daisy cards. And you got that awesome Pie Slinger legendary card from Shimmer and Skies. As far as Sapphire goes, that's kind of where the DuckTales 2017 universe just lives. I mean, we got several Scrooge McDucks, a new legendary Scrooge McDuck that was just released a few days ago, or revealed a few days ago. And then you can pair the Beagle Boys off with a fun combination with Flintheart Glomgold. Unfortunately, Magic of the Spell is in Amethyst, so you can't really do the combination of all three of the major villains from the show. But you know, you got Flintheart Glomgold; they can do it. Obviously, there's other Disney Afternooniverse cards as well in Sapphire, such as Tailspin and Chippendale Rescue Rangers. So, lots of fun themes you can go with Ruby Sapphire and the Beagle Boys.
Yeah, love it. So, Steve, let's say, I know we talk a lot to people who are diehard Disney Afternoon fans. Let's say that you're introduced to a character through this set in Lorcana. Tell us a little bit about the Beagle Boys.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anything on the Twitterverse for Lorcana that you don't know who the Beagle Boys are. So this is your little cheat sheet here. They were created by Carl Barks. And all the way in their first appearance was in November 1951 in the Walt Disney Comics and Stories. And the first appearance was a story called Terror of the Beagle Boys. And they really only appeared at the very end. Scrooge was worried about them the whole time. And then you see him in the very last panel stealing some of his treasure. So that's a really good comic if you want to hit up Fantagraphics and look for that if you want to read it yourself. But then they also made an appearance in several comics after that, and eventually in the DuckTales 1987 animated series, where they kind of got their own personalities going, and they were teamed up with Ma Beagle, who was their leader at that point. And then in DuckTales 2017, they evolved and had even more personalities. And all the Beagle Boys in that show, and there are a lot of different variations of them, are voiced by the great voice actor of Eric Baza, who is just, if you look at his IMDb stats, he is everywhere. He has so many voice credits to him. And yeah, I think the Beagle Boys is a great addition to the game.
All right. Incredible stuff. And of course, we got to end. We have one more image.
I love this image of Gizmoduck catching one of the Beagle Boys.
Someone has to put him in check.
Yeah.
Blathering blatherskite!
Did you hear that?
What was that?
Hold on.
Blathering blatherskite!
You know what that sounded like?
That sounds like a bonus reveal.
That sounds like a bonus reveal. I think we should look in. Now, we did have another card. The only problem is password locked. And
why don't you try what we just heard?
All right, let's try it. Ready? Looks like it got accepted.
And
Can we
we're
open
in.
this thing?
Let's do it.
Ready, set, go.
Gizmoduck is in Disney Lorcana, and I can't even believe it or contain myself. I can't even contain myself. This is a great looking card. Gizmoduck fans rejoice. I mean, look at this thing.
Gizmoduck suited up. Let's break into it because it's just too good. Soak it in for just a second because my gosh, wow. Yeah, so this is done by Lorcana legend and vet Cam Kendall, who, as always, absolutely knocks it out of the park. Has been with this game since the first chapter, has done some of our favorite characters, including some Disney afternoon staples, Baloo, Scrooge. Cam was nice enough. We reached out to Cam to get some comments on it, and nice as ever, had some insights here that we wanted to share with you guys. He says, that was such an exciting and fun card to work on for me. Here's a bit of behind the scenes trivia for you. Looking at football players mid-runner juke was a great resource for figuring out the right action pose. I'm a huge Duck fan myself. The Ducks are my favorite Disney characters, hands down, so he's good people. This card is my third Duck after Donald and his tugboat mech and Scrooge McDuck. One of the most satisfying aspects of Lorcana from an artist perspective is designing new and exciting versions of classic Disney characters. That said, in the case of Gizmoduck, I wanted to do nothing more than to do his original, though new design justice. Bringing him to life in his first full character Lorcana appearance. Ooh, shivers. Was an honor. He's such a fun character. Cheers, Cam. Oh, and as a kid, watching the original DuckTales, Gizmoduck rivaled Scrooge and Darkwing for the position of favorite duck. Duck emoji.
I think that's really cool. I love it when the artist just adores the properties just as much as we do and I mean, he did an amazing job on this card. I like a really cool subtle feature here is if you zoom in, his visor is emerald green, and usually it's a purple tint. So I think that's really cool when they add the colors of the inks into the card. So I mean, this card is, it could be my new favorite card.
Oh yeah, it's up there. Well, it's a great character. It's great art. How's it play? Well, we don't know yet because we don't have our hands on the set. But my forecast is scary with a chance of terrifying here. We know that these Duel Link cards, in this case, Emerald and Steel, blend the best of those inks. And we can see that here. He's got the resist of Steel, and he's got the shenanigans of dealing with damaged characters in Emerald. He's got that resist. He's got some nice stats, 4-3 with a resist, so he's gonna survive a lot of stuff. But the scariest part there is this character can challenge ready damaged characters. We see this sometimes in Steel, the ability to challenge readied characters. Sometimes the conditions for doing so are really tough to meet. Sometimes it's really expensive, and most of those cards are uninkable. So this is an inkable card that's able to do that. All you got to do is make sure that card is damaged that he's going after, and then there's just no hiding from Gizmoduck. You could do that through traditional ways like Strength for Raging Fire, ba-boom, the Storm Rage on. But all he needs is just one little bit of damage, and he can go after him. And his 4 attack is probably going to take care of it. So something like Mosquito Bite from last set, which didn't see a lot of play, could be pretty relevant here. Of course, these pairings, these of inks, can boost him up even more to make him even more frightening. Emerald can occasionally give him evasive to go after those type characters. And then Steel has the ability to up that resist, but also give challenger in a lot of situations. So Gizmoduck is going to be fighting a lot of crime this set. How about on the
theme wise, I mean,
theme side?
Emerald and Steel. We already had that Gizmo suit that was into the Inklings, and I mean that just adds even more resist to this character if you wanted to combo him up.
In a
I
different
like,
Gizmo suit, right?
yeah. So the Gizmo suit into the Inklings, the forefront suit there is from the 1987 version, and as we saw with a lot of the cards in in this Disney Lorcana world, they've been using a lot of the DuckTales 2017, but they can go back and forth, do whatever they want, and you can see the DuckTales 2017 Gizmo suit right next to the left of that Gizmo suit that's hanging out in the Hall of Lorcana. So I can only imagine Fenton yelling, blather, Sky, wherever he is in the Hall of Lorcana, just opens up with this with the suit just flying on him. Fun theme decks you could do is with this one. There's plenty of Emerald Donald Duck cards out there, as well as Daisy Duck, and Tailspin had a great, if you want Disney Afternoon-averse type stuff, Tailspin had a great presence in the Emerald ink, as well as Donald Duck had some Steel cards, and we got that villain and no one knew who it was when it was released from Tailspin. That was also in Steel. So a lot of Disney Afternoon Universe synergy going there if you wanted to do a real fun deck.
So yeah, that is an amazing card. Now, for those who might not be familiar with Gizmoduck, number one, shame on you. Number two, let's fix that. Dave, break this down for us.
Yeah, so what Carl Barks did not create Gizmoduck. He made his debut in the DuckTales 1987 animated series, and then evolved into DuckTales 2017, where his secret identity is Fenton Crackshell, and he became Fenton Crackshell Cabrera in the DuckTales 2017 universe, and he's voiced by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which I'm sure a lot of people out there who are just into Lorcana, not DuckTales and Lorcana, might not know that. And he doesn't even sing a verse in all of the episodes he's in. So, and then that last image, which I love, is Gizmoduck. It's the most perfect and most Darkwing thing ever, that Gizmoduck got one over on Darkwing, and he is revealed to be in Lorcana before Darkwing is. But Darkwing's going to get his turn. We got that. Is Darkwing in Lorcana? Not yet. But he'll get there. He'll get there soon.
But in the meantime, we've got some pretty great cards. So
absolutely. And we can't thank Ravensburger and our friends there enough for allowing us to reveal both the Beagle Boys card and the Gizmoduck card. It means so much to us to be able to be a part of that and get those cards out there for people to see, and we really appreciate it. And thank you so much to Ravensburger for allowing us to do that.
Yeah, big thanks to everybody. Super excited.
We hope you enjoyed this review, and we'll go ahead and post some pictures on social real soon. And go ahead and share it and let everybody know that they need to buy this next set of Disney Lorcana so that they can add some Beagle Boys and Gizmoduck to their deck and their collection. Thanks, everybody, for joining us for this fun reveal.
Take care.
Stay dangerous.